So I did a bad thing last week, and honestly, I didn't even realize what I was doing while I was doing it. But it did turn out to have certain consequences. Now, as people who listened to the podcast last week may recall, I talked a little bit about the Kamaru Usman versus Gilbert Burns match for the welterweight championship of the world that transpired this past weekend, and I concluded that podcast by basically saying that it was, it was overdue to have a Brazilian champion for the welterweight division. There's never been one. And you would think that in an elite sport like MMA, you would think that at some point the UFC, the biggest promotion in mixed martial arts, would have had a Brazilian champion pretty much in every division by now. But as it turns out, in welterweight they hadn't had one, and as of this week they still haven't had one. Now it turns out that a friend of mine had bet some money on Gilbert Burns to win the championship. And really, I thought that I had been non-committal enough about this particular fight that maybe the MMA gods, so to speak, would finally just let me have one. Because like I said previously, if I had been betting money on these fights all along, I would have lost my shirt by now. I would be homeless. I'd be wearing one of those little barrels with a strap on it. And I thought that I had been just non-committal enough when I said that it was probably high time for a champion from Brazil in that division. And I guess the MMA gods, they didn't see it the same way because, Kamaru Usman came in and he just, he managed to survive some early scares to come out and win that fight. I mean, at this point, I know what I'm doing when I try to predict the winner of an MMA fight. I'm pretty much guaranteeing that the other guy is going to win. Because while I do love this sport loves to make me look stupid. So I've learned my lesson. No more predictions. Especially because I don't want to have to be ducking any more of my friends, especially if I see them with baseball bats. I mean, I don't know about you, but me personally, I prefer my kneecaps unbroken. I'm pretty sure that if my kneecaps ever do get broken, I'm going to be like, oh my god, my kneecaps are broken. I was so much happier a minute ago before my kneecaps were broken. So I'm just going to have to do things that are more conducive to my kneecaps remaining unbroken. No more MMA fight predictions from me.